Hey everyone, and welcome back to Blue Mountain Radios. Today we're looking at a TK-3180 that has MPT firmware in it from Kenwood. MPT, from my understanding, a trunking firmware which I have no use for. So we're going to remove the MPT firmware and put in the basic TK firmware for a 3180. To do this, we need F-Pro. You can get this from your local Kenwood dealer or reaching out to Kenwood and purchasing it directly from them. You might also be able to find it on eBay. I'm not quite sure. I got mine from my local Kenwood dealer. So let's get started. A few things around here. So we have TK2180K firmware. So the file name is called TK2180, but the firmware has all the firmware needs for the 2180, 3180, 8180, and the 7180. So this firmware hex file, as you can see, it says .hex here, has firmware for all four of these radios. Later on, once we hit right and once it's done, we will see a checksum on the screen of the radio down over here, and we want to make it compare it to this checksum right here, which is 035C, just to make sure that it is the same there and there is no errors. The baud rate is set based on when we go into firmware mode on the radio, it will tell us what to set it for. And the COM port is your COM port that you are currently using. For me, I am using COM port 1 on this radio. Let's go ahead and get the radio set up to update the firmware. So first, let's turn it off. As you see, we have SABC here. The S key, if you hold down S and turn the radio on, it'll come up with PROG 115200. So this is our baud rate right here, 115200. So if we go and look in the program at our baud rate, we already have 115200 set. We have the correct firmware file selected. So all we need to do now is hit right. Now, if you notice the little flashing PG up here, up in the upper left corner here of the radio, that means the firmware is being programmed into the radio. That is how you know their connection is actually going and stuff is progressing smoothly on the radio. So we're going to let this finish and I'll be right. And we're done. So as you can see down here, it says 035C. F-Pro wants you to make sure that checksums match. So 035C right here does match, or 035C here. So we're able to hit OK. We'll exit F-Pro, hit OK. We'll come over to our radio, turn it off, turn it back on, and it should say unprogrammed. So this means that there's no current programming in this radio. So if we go and try to read it in KPG89D, we'll get an error saying read data from transceiver has been aborted. The transceiver has yet been programmed. Write the programming data first. So we hit OK. So to do that, we need to make a new code plug. So we're going to hit new here. All data will be erased. OK. We want to go to model information. We're working on a 3180, so that's correct. And this is just the basic K model. The only difference is instead of just having the 4 buttons right here, it has a full keypad. So we'll leave it at 45520 and hit OK. We'll put in a test frequency just to make sure it works. A privacy tone. We'll name the channel. We'll use high power and leave it on narrow per FCC regulations. So now we hit right and right. And as you can see, the radio now says it's being programmed, and shown by the progress bar, it's being programmed as well. And now we hit OK. And as you can see, our channel name of BMR test 2 matches right. And that's it. That is how you go from MPT type of firmware to your basic Kenwood everyday use firmware. Now, this radio is now set up to be configured, tested, and used in the field as a normal conventional radio and not a trunking radio. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If it was useful for you, leave a comment down below and let me know if it was useful or not. Also, let me know what type of radios you would like to see me work on. So go ahead and like and subscribe and keep an eye out for my next video. You guys have a good day.